Welcome back to Tech Talk Central, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Great to be here. Today, we're getting into some seriously wide screens.
Yeah, we are. We're comparing two top-tier 49-inch ultra-wide monitors. We've got the Acer EI491CUR and the Samsung 49-inch Odyssey OLED G9. That's the G91SD model specifically.
Right. Two absolute titans in this space.
Our goal today is pretty straightforward. Cut through the specs, the marketing, and really figure out what these massive displays mean for you, whether you're using them for high-level work or, some serious gaming immersion.
And the big thing they share right off the bat is that sheer size. 49 inches, that super wide 32.9 aspect ratio, and both run at DQHD resolution. That's 51/120 by 1340 pixels.
Which is basically like having two 27-inch QHD monitors side by side, but without that annoying bezel in the middle.
Exactly. Seamless. That's the promise of these ultrawides. True immersion right from the start.
Okay, so let's dig into the first one, the Acer EI491CUR. This one feels like it's aiming for that sweet spot of immersion and, well, value?
That's a good way to put it. It uses a VA panel vertical alignment.
Okay.
VA panels, they're known for pretty good contrast, definitely better blacks than, say, an IPS panel typically, though maybe not perfect blacks.
It's got that curve, right?
Yeah, an 1800 arc curvature, so it's a noticeable curve, gives you that nice wraparound feel without being too aggressive. Pretty comfortable, I'd say.
So for someone maybe new to this size, what are the key performance specs they need to know?
Well, you've got that DQHD resolution we mentioned, which is fantastic for screen real estate. Refresh rate tops out at 120 hertz, but you need DisplayPort for that.
Okay, 120 hertz. Still pretty smooth.
It is. And the response time is 4 milliseconds, gray to gray, or GTG. That's the standard measure.
4 meters. How does that translate in use? Is it good enough?
Look, 4 meters is fine for most people, even most gamers. But if you're playing really fast-paced competitive shooters, maybe you might notice just a tiny bit of motion blur or ghosting compared to faster panels. It's subtle, though.
Gotcha. And visually? What about colors, brightness?
It's certified for VESA Display HDR 400, so it can hit brightness peaks for some basic HDR effect, but it's not, super bright HDR.
More importantly, for creative types, maybe.
Right. It covers 94% of the DCI-P3 color space. That's the cinema standard. So, yeah, pretty good color accuracy for photo or video work on that massive canvas.
Okay. And practical things. Design. Connections.
Design-wise, it's got that modern zero-frame look. Pretty sleek. It actually has built-in speakers, 3 watts each. Handy in a pinch, but, basic sound.
Right. Don't expect miracles there.
Definitely not. The main limitation, I think, is connectivity. It's got DisplayPort 1.4, 2 of those, and 2 HDMI 2.0 ports.
HDMI 2.0. So that might limit things for newer consoles, right?
Exactly. You won't get the highest refresh rates at that resolution over HDMI 2.0. That's a bit dated now.
Okay, let's switch it up. Now for the Samsung Odyssey OLED G9. This is where things get, well, really different technologically speaking.
Oh, yeah. Big jump here. The key is the panel tech. QD OLED. Quantum dot OLED.
Not VA like the Acer.
Nope. Completely different. The Acer needs a backlight. QD OLED, each pixel makes its own light. And crucially, each pixel can turn completely off.
Which means?
True black, like actually black. No backlight bleed, no halo effect around bright stuff on dark backgrounds. The contrast is basically infinite. It's just visually stunning compared to LCD tech like VA.
Wow, okay. So visually, a clear step up. What about speed? That's the other big gaming factor.
Samsung wins here too, pretty decisively. Refresh rate goes up a bit to 144 hertz.
Okay, 120 hertz to 144 hertz. A nice bump.
It is.
Yeah.
But the jaw dropper is the response time. It's rated at 0.03 milliseconds GTG.
0.03 compared to 4 on the Acer.
Yep. It's practically instantaneous. That difference, 4 milers versus 0.03 milers. That's where you really see the premium OLED tech shine. Motion blur, ghosting, basically gone.
Okay, I have to push back a bit here, though. For most people, even like serious gamers who aren't esports pros, are they really going to notice the 0.03 versus 4 milers difference? Is it worth the presumably much higher cost?
That's a totally fair question. I mean, under 5 meters, motion clarity is already pretty good. But the difference isn't just about, shaving milliseconds off your reaction time. It's about the overall clarity of things moving on screen.
Explain that a bit more.
So if you're tracking something moving fast, maybe panning the camera in a game, the image just stays sharper on the Samsung, less smearing, less blur trail. It can actually mean less eye strain over time and just a cleaner visual experience, even if you're not competing. It's a quality upgrade.
Okay, so it's a clarity thing, a premium experience, not just raw speed numbers. Makes sense. What about adaptive sync? Tearing.
The G9 handles that better too. It supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro, and it's officially G-Sync compatible.
So good to go with either AMD or NVIDIA cards.
Absolutely. Smooth, tear-free gaming guaranteed on both. And that Pro in FreeSync Premium Pro means it handles HDR correctly alongside the variable refresh rate, which the Acer standard FreeSync Premium doesn't specifically guarantee in the same way. Plus, the G9 meets the VISA Display HDR True Black 400 standard, confirming those perfect OLED blacks.
Right. Now let's talk productivity. Because these huge screens are amazing for work too. But OLED, there's always that fear, right? Burn-in.
Ah, yes. The elephant in the room for OLEDs used for work. Static elements like your Windows taskbar, icons, spreadsheet cells, left up for hours every day. It's a valid concern historically.
So how does Samsung tackle that? This is maybe the key thing for someone considering this for an office setup.
Absolutely. Samsung's put a lot of thought into this. They have built-in mitigation features. One is the thermal modulation system. Basically, algorithms monitor the panel temperature and subtly adjust brightness in specific areas to prevent heat buildup, which contributes to burn-in.
Interesting. So it's actively managing it, not just passively waiting.
Exactly. And there's more. They have logo and taskbar detection. If it sees a static, bright element like a taskbar or a channel logo, it'll gently dim just those pixels over time.
Clever.
And then there's a simple screensaver that kicks in pretty quickly, after just 10 minutes if there's no activity.
And they back this up somehow.
Yes, and this is huge. Samsung offers a 3-year warranty that explicitly covers burn-in on these monitors. That provides a lot of peace of mind for people worried about investing in OLED for work.
That warranty is definitely a big deal. Okay, shifting to multitasking, which is a primary reason to get a 32.9 monitor, does the G9 offer specific features for that?
It does. It has picture-in-picture, PIP, so you can show a feed from another source in a small window, but more useful for many is picture-by-picture, PBP.
How does PBP work here?
It lets you split the screen right down the middle, essentially acting like two separate 27-inch 16.9 monitors. You can plug in two different sources, say your work laptop and your personal desktop, and see them side by side. No extra hardware needed.
Ah, that's incredibly useful. Basically replaces a dual monitor setup entirely.
Precisely. Great for streamers using two PCs or just juggling work and personal machines. And remember, connectivity. We dinged the Acer for HDMI 2.0.
Yeah, how's the G9 stack up?
Much better. It has HDMI 2.1, which you need for full bandwidth on new consoles or high-end GPUs at this resolution and refresh rate. But the real game changer for productivity is the USB-C support.
Oh, USB-C. How does that work?
It has USB-C upstream and downstream ports, so you can connect your laptop with a single USB-C cable, and that one cable carries the video signal, can power your laptop, and connects any peripherals, keyboard, mouse, webcam plugged into the monitor's built-in USB hub.
Okay, that is a massive cable management win. Just one cable to the laptop.
Huge difference. The Acer just can't do that. It really turns the G9 into a docking station as well as a display.
So let's try and synthesize this. Boiling it down, what's the core trade-off? It feels like value versus ultimate performance.
It's so much it, yeah. And the price difference reflects that, usually significantly.
Yeah.
The Acer EI491 CUR is for someone who wants that huge 49-inch DQHD immersive experience, really good performance, solid colors, but at a more accessible price point. It delivers a ton of screen for the money.
A great all-rounder, maybe.
A very strong all-rounder, yeah. But if you demand the absolute fastest response time for competitive gaming, or if you need those perfect blacks and ultra-vibrant colors of OLED for creative work, or just the best visual fidelity,
then the Samsung G9 pulls ahead.
Decisively. That 0.03 Mara's response time is unbeatable for motion clarity. The QD OLED panel is visually superior. And those burning protections plus the 3-year warranty make it a viable, if expensive, option even for heavy productivity users now.
Plus, the better connectivity with HDMI 2.1 and the USB-C hub functionality really adds practical value, especially for work-from-home setups.
Exactly. It becomes more than just a screen. It's the hub of your desk setup. That helps justify some of that extra cost.
So the final choice really hinges on your specific needs and budget, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you happy with very good across the board from the Acer's VA panel and formary speed, getting amazing value?
Or do you need, or simply want, that absolute peak performance, the true blacks, the near-instant response, and the advanced connectivity of the Samsung's QD OLED, and you're willing to pay the premium for it?
Which leads to a kind of bigger question, maybe.
Go on.
With these OLED protections getting better, like Samsung's system and the warranty,
Yeah.
is OLED finally ready to be the default choice for all high-end monitor users? even people doing mostly static work all day.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the $1,000+ question in this case. Is the tech mature enough now that the burn-in risk is low enough for typical heavy use, making OLED the clear winner everywhere at the high end?
Or does the proven reliability, the lower cost, and maybe even the slightly gentler 1800R curve of something like the Acer's VA panel still make it the smarter, worry-free pick for many people doing mixed work and play?
Something to definitely think about. It feels like we're right on the cusp of that shift, but maybe not quite there for everyone just yet.
Food for thought indeed. Well, if you want to check out the latest prices and deals on either the Acer EI491CUR or the Samsung Odyssey OLED G9, we've put links down in the description for you.
And hey, if this comparison helped you figure out your next ultra-wide move, please do subscribe to Tech Talk Central. We do deep dives like this all the time.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.